of the road.
Welcome to the King of the Road Show. I'm Jim King. During the next half hour, we'll be looking in the rear view at Cruise and Silsbee. We'll also visit with Texas legend and former gubernatorial candidate Kinky Friedman. But first, I'd like to welcome the King of the Road Show's newest sponsor, Terrell's Tree Service of Mid-County, Orange, Beaumont, and Hardin County. They are the king of trees in Southeast Texas, and we're honored to have them advertised in our King of the Road Show. Charles and Ronnie Terrell have been in business since 1983, and they specialize in tree removal, tree trimming, haul-off, and stump grinding. Ride shotgun with me as we cruise to Groves for a visit with Terrell's Tree Service, the king of trees.
One man has the power to take you behind the scenes. Jim King of the Road.
Jim King of the road.
Here we are at Terrell's Tree Service, Charles Terrell and Ronnie Terrell.
Yes, sir.
Great to have you guys on board, and great to have you on this beautiful day here in Groves. Of course, they got offices. Yours is in Bridge City, yours is in Groves, but you serve Jefferson County, Hardin County,
Orange County.
Orange County.
And we just go wherever we're needed, Jim.
Terrell's Tree Service been in business going way back. And the phone book says 1983, but actually your family's been in business for decades and decades.
Just about 70 years, but Terrell Tree Service has been around since the 80s, and we all we do is trees. We're the tree guys. We're the king of trees.
They really are the king of trees around here in Southeast Texas. Got all the equipment here, and of course you do stump grinding. You also do tree removal. You do haul-offs. You do tree trimming. You do it all.
We do consulting, Jim. People that clear their property, they buy these pieces of property, and they want to fill them up with dirt. And they buy it for the beautiful trees, and then they fill it up with dirt, and the trees don't like the dirt on top of them, and they die, so they end up having to cut them all off. So we do consulting like that. If someone's going to buy a piece of property, and they buying it for the trees, and they're going to put a foot of dirt in there, call us first. It's free, and we'll give you our opinion. There's some trees that just don't like any dirt put over the top of them. Mm-hmm. And we do stump grinding. We do a lot of stump grinding for the contractors. We grind very deep. We grind the whole root ball out. We can remove the root ball. We also grind just for the normal homeowner, 8 or 10 inches under the ground, so they can plant grass or whatever over it. We cut down trees. We prune them back. We top them out. We give you our opinion on, what's wrong with the tree. We're not tree doctors by no means. My brother and I both have worked with a lot of tree doctors, and we can certainly put you in touch if that's needed to some of the good guys in the area.
You're right about that honest estimate, because first time I met you, Charles, I'll bring this up again, you came to Beaumont because I had a tree that I was concerned about. The middle of it seemed to be losing its guts, I would say.
Insides of the tree just kind of wore out and got bored out by some insects or something, and so I pushed it through, and there was a big hole in the middle of my tree. And so I called Terrell's Tree Service because I thought the tree was a goner. I thought it had to be removed, just an old willow tree. Mm-hmm. Charles came out there and said, "You don't have to worry about Mr. King. That tree will live longer than you. It'll outlive you." But Ike had something else to say about that.
I'm sure,
The tree's all the way down now.
It's hard to imagine what 100 and what they say 10-mile-an-hour wind will do with trees. Mm-hmm. Get the ground wet a little bit, and here they come.
Of course, Hurricane Ike came
We
along.
didn't know a hurricane was going to come along. That's true.
A few months later,
a lot of these trees
Mother Nature brings.
Yeah, but I was impressed with your honesty, and I think other people will be too, because if you come out to somebody's house and that tree doesn't look like it needs to come down or be trimmed, you'll tell them that.
A lot of people think, Jim, that we're just in the tree cutting business. We just cut them down. Mm-hmm. But actually, we have a symbiotic relationship with trees. We need what trees put off and plants, and they need what we put off. And so it's to our benefit to trim them, prune them, take care of them, clean them out, take out the dead wood so that the trees can live on. Plus, if we trim them and do a good job, hopefully you'll call us back in 4 or 5 years to do it again. So there's a big benefit. So we're not just in the tree cutting business, but when it warrants, when it's needed, we do cut trees down. There's some progress goes on, the diseases, dead trees, storms tear them up, and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I have to add that you did come back and do my stump grinding and did a great job, but that was so quick I couldn't believe it. You got that little remote control deal, and I'd never seen anything like that.
That makes stump grinding fun.
Yeah.
You don't have to stand beside the machine.
Ronnie, you hadn't said anything much yet.
No, I'm not much of a talker, but we'll just fire away.
Well, we had you on our Hurricane Ike DVD, and I know you guys helped a lot of folks after the hurricane. In fact,
yes, we did.
We came back one time and you were feeding all your neighbors there in Bridge City.
Random acts of kindness were happening all over Bridge City. In fact, on the day that we returned to Bridge City, Terrell's Tree Service was serving up free barbecue lunches to anyone who needed a hot meal.
Back at Terrell's Tree Service. It's been a couple of weeks since we've been here, and this is a great thing you're doing for the community, feeding people. Terrell and Ronnie Terrell, appreciate you guys.
Well, thank you.
Thank y'all for being here too and showing up. This is what we enjoy doing. We enjoy doing God's work. Mm-hmm. We seeing acts of kindness all over town. A lot of people are doing this, and it's amazing how things are coming together where people are coming and helping. It just brings tears to your eyes. My brother and I said that's the least thing we could do is maybe feed, some people.
You fed a bunch today.
Yes, sir. We have probably about 600. Yeah, we didn't look like we was going to make it there, but we come back. Mm-hmm. Been here for the community. We just been trimming and cutting away. There's still a lot of dead trees in Bridge City, but we're slowly cutting them away.
We're family owned and operated. I am, of course, the older brother, but also the prettier brother. And
the funny one.
I guess so. And we when he hollers, I hurt. And when I hurt, he hollers. That's how close we are. We're two peas in the same pot. Jim, a lot of times you see all this equipment that you show on the commercial here. We're blessed with a lot of nice, good equipment for doing trees. We have the haul-off truck and the bobcats and the spider lifts and the bucket trucks. A lot of people say, man, y'all got to be expensive. But actually, we can do the job safer, more efficient, and quicker. Of course, everybody knows that time is money when you have people working. Mm-hmm. So when we do the job quicker, the customer benefits from that. And we actually can compete and do the job just as efficient and fast and probably just as reasonable as the guy walking around knocking on doors. Okay, Jim, this is probably one of the pieces of equipment we're most proud of. This is a spider lift that's mounted on tracks. Jim, this thing tracks will suck in and go through a 36-inch gate. The outriggers fold down, and it's got a 65-foot bucket on it. It allows us to work in trees and folks' backyards without ever climbing a tree. We have put it in backyards and take down trees that are dead, that's totally unclimbable, where you can't reach a bucket truck to. Call Terrell's Tree Service. We can do it. This machine, we were the only one in the state of Texas that had one of these machines. They're built in Europe, and they're extremely safe. Very expensive piece of machinery, but it does the job. It will go where no other piece of equipment will go. It's remote control, and we just love it. The guys fight over who's going to get to run it.
Again, these are the guys, Terrell's Tree Service, the king of trees. Got Charles Terrell, Ronnie Terrell. You can find him in the phone book, both of them in the phone book, just to turn into the yellow pages. Of course, always on the King of the Road show. And you have a fine shop here in Groves. And this man over here, Ronnie, he's got a place in Bridge City. It's all rebuilt now. You all keep up the good work.
Thank you, Jim.
We appreciate
you,
sir.
Anytime. We love being on the show.
King of trees. Run for governor once, and I think you are again in 2010.
Yeah, it ain't how you got knocked down, it's how you get back up. And very few people run for governor twice, but the ones who do win, and that's what I intend to do.
It's the King of the Road show, and coming up next, we'll visit with the legendary Kinky Friedman.